Our top lands in each park.
Yeah, we're going to go through Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom and name our top land, our favorite place in each park. You know what? We're going to skip Epcot for now, sadly enough, because it's going through some changes and we want to revisit it when everything is done over there.
So you're not saying that Future World isn't your favorite?
You can say Future World's your favorite, but what if some of the new changes there, you're like, you know what, maybe Future World was my favorite, but now something else is.
Not possible, but but that's okay.
So welcome to the YouTube channel. Connie and Bruce here from Unlocking the Magic podcast. We're going to talk all about our favorite lands in those 3 parks we mentioned. Let's start with Magic Kingdom.
Let's make it easy. Let's start it with Magic Kingdom, because if you're a listener of the podcast, a regular listener, you probably know by now that my favorite land is Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
with the future.
That's true.
That's why I like it.
You do love the future and space.
Yeah.
I think I want to, we always say what our favorite place is. And I always say on the podcast, like, you know what? Sometimes it changes. It's not always a consistent thing. It may be a memory that you had, an experience that you had on your last trip that bumps it up. It gets bumped up. And for me, that's it too. So I know that you were going to say Tomorrowland right off the bat with Magic Kingdom. There was no doubt in my mind what you were saying on that one.
By the way, do you think anybody knows what the bump up thing is? Because we do that all the time here on YouTube and on our podcast. But I don't think anyone knows why we say that reference.
What? I want to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't even really know why we say it.
Seriously?
Why do we say that?
It's because whenever our kids do anything good or whatever, they get bumped up. So like they're our favorite kid, or at least my favorite kid of the day. You don't do that?
Oh, okay. Now I know.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
when I say, Bruce, you've been bumped up, you're my favorite husband of the day.
Oh.
I got
you.
Because there are several. All right. So Tomorrowland for me, what was your choice?
I'm going to say Adventureland.
Oh, you didn't say it yet. Adventureland.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
I want to say Adventureland. I like pirates.
They're nice people.
Yeah.
I like pirates.
I like hanging out with pirates. I'm just going to end it there.
Okay, fair.
There's something about that land. I don't know. Yeah. It's like you can get a Dole Whip in there, and even though I've said many times Dole Whip I think is overrated, there's still a great snack, so you can get one there. The Tiki Room is there. I just love it.
It is a really cool tropical vibe, and I think personally, getting to know you better, or not getting to know you, but the fact that I know you much more better, is that you really like the humidity of Florida and that sort of tropical feel. And that's the one place where it's in your face.
Yes.
So I think for that reason, you like it.
Adventureland in Magic Kingdom is the animal kingdom of Magic Kingdom.
It really is.
And no matter what the temperature is in Magic Kingdom, you go to Adventureland, it just feels hotter.
I don't know about you, but whenever I'm like dolled up for the park day, like specifically Magic Kingdom, we talked about how we like to do some Disney bounding in Epcot, in Magic Kingdom. I know that you really weren't so sure you were on board on that, but when I get to that part of the land, I instantly melt. So I feel like really like not myself.
All right, so you're Magic Kingdom, you are Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
I am Adventureland.
I try to avoid Adventureland just for that reason.
All right, let's go on to Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, there's so many great lands to choose from, and I also think the Dino Land area is very underrated. I know a lot of people skip that. It's one of my favorites, but I gotta say my favorite area land in Animal Kingdom it's always going to be Africa, for the reason of the safari and the fun foods and just the overall vibe you get over there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love Pandora too. Like Pandora's a fantastic land.
Yeah.
But, Flight of Passage is great. Safari is great too. I think Safari is an underrated attraction, even though it's very busy. I don't think it's like seen as a thrilling attraction.
Right.
But the animals you get to see on the safari, kind of up close, you're never going to really get a chance to see anywhere else.
For me, when I go to those areas, when I visit Asia, when I visit Africa in Animal Kingdom, it really makes me feel like we have gone overseas. So to me, those are always going to be very special. Then, of course, we have to talk about like the Lion King, the show that they have right there is is my favorite because it was my dad's favorite. So I always think of that when we go to, I feel like if we don't go over to at least the safari in that Africa side, I feel like we didn't really spend a full day in Animal Kingdom.
As of recording this video in April of 2021,
what's
they announced that the Lion King show is coming back soon.
So exciting.
So that's a good one. Yeah, you know what? Pandora too I feel like Pandora is a much better land at night than it is during the day.
Yeah.
But Africa is great all day.
Yeah, I agree.
Because even at night, it's amazing.
Isn't that where Harambe Market is?
Yes.
So that's one of our favorite places to eat too. I mean, look, you can't go wrong in any of these areas. But if you have to choose one, that's the one that we're going to choose. Okay, next one.
We are going to Hollywood Studios.
All right.
Hollywood Studios. You know, there's a couple lands. There's a couple new ones. Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
But
there can only be one.
I don't think either one of those is on your list.
You don't think so? Do you know what's on my list?
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
No, I didn't see your list, but I could gather. I can. It's got to be for you. You like the nostalgia. You like the Hollywood nostalgia, the movies, going back in time. So I can only imagine that it's got to be Toy Story Land.
It's literally the front entrance. That's my favorite part of Hollywood Studios, also known as Hollywood Boulevard. It's just, for me, it is that classic old Hollywood feel. I feel like royalty when I walk in, especially if I'm in the Disney-bound kind of 1940s look. I love kind of going in there, feeling that way. I feel my best. So it's always going to be Hollywood. There's really nothing exciting at Hollywood Boulevard per se, but it's just that.
Yeah, what are you talking
atmosphere.
about? The view of Tower of Terror is pretty exciting.
Well, that's Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, I thought you said Sunset Boulevard.
I mean, which is also part of on my list. So like, I kind of do like, I can see why you combine the two because it definitely has that same.
I got my boulevards mixed up.
It's fine. It's fine. Happens to the best of us. But I definitely think Hollywood Boulevard. Hope it doesn't change. I just really love it.
You know what? As much as I want to say Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story Land, I like Sunset Boulevard.
We're pretty simple folk. Like
I just get there's not a lot of feeling I have in my life. Like I don't have a lot of feelings.
True.
If you know me, like,
no.
I don't feel anything.
I know this. Yes.
But Sunset Boulevard gives me a feeling. I felt something one time.
It gives you feelings.
I felt something once when I was walking down Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
So that's why I gotta say it's my favorite land. Because of that one time, I thought I felt something.
It is pretty cool to see the hotel in the distance, right? And especially at night. But it is one of the best places to see both during the day and during the night. I feel like you have two different kind of energies, but still so cool and so fun. And I agree with you. I love it. I am going to choose Hollywood Boulevard, which is basically the beginning, but I agree with why. I like your answer is basically what I'm saying.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, it's like picking your favorite child.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends on how they're acting at the moment.
Do you think people are going to be shocked that we didn't choose Galaxy's Edge, also known as Star Wars Land?
Yeah, I think they'll be a little shocked.
Yeah.
But only the people who haven't been there.
Got it.
If you've been to Galaxy's Edge, it's amazing.
Right.
But I think it's not on the top of my list for lands. I don't think there's enough in there.
Okay.
Attraction-wise.
Yeah, but I didn't choose an area that's heavy, that doesn't have any attractions.
Yeah, but you're weird.
That's also true.
I'm fast, you're weird.
Exactly.
And that's a great example of that.
Okay.
So that's kind of why you chose that.
Mm-hmm.
But they may be surprised.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, a question that I didn't ask you at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
Of the lands you named, Tomorrowland, Africa in Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Boulevard, which one of those three is your favorite?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think you're really pulling on my heartstrings here. This is going to be a hard one to answer.
And then I'll go through mine.
Gosh, you're putting me on the spot. Okay. I think Hollywood Boulevard. No, wait. I got to say Tomorrowland because that's where all the attractions are. Space Mountain is there. But I am also a very Hollywood girl at heart. But then I also love Animal Kingdom. That was hard.
So I said
Tomorrowland.
So Tomorrowland of the three.
I like the future. I like dreaming of the future. I like the potential of space travel and all that. Even though I don't necessarily love confined spaces. That might be a problem, but I do like the idea of it.
Okay. So I said Africa and Animal Kingdom, I said Adventureland, and I said Sunset Boulevard. Of those three, I would have to say. So if you're asking me, Bruce, of those three lands, you can only go to one.
Yes.
I think I'm choosing Africa.
Yeah.
In Animal Kingdom.
You really love that.
I love the safari ride.
Yeah.
I love the atmosphere of the marketplace and like when they do have the street performers performing there.
Yeah.
You know, I just love that environment there. Yeah. And to go on the safari is one of my favorite attractions, even though it's like not thrilling and you don't get off it.
See, yeah, but define thrilling. Like obviously it's not a roller coaster or anything, but it is pretty exciting. I mean, getting to see the animals and sort of in this natural habitat and they kind of roam the way, I mean, they roam freely, and you kind of have to navigate through the safari and watch out for the animals. Like, so that's really a unique experience. I mean, we have had a couple of times where the animals were acting funny, and it's just a lot of fun. And that to me is the magic of Disney. It's like that it can seem so simple.
Yeah, right? I like the fact that the safari ride, you think about Star Wars or Tower of Terror, and you're like, it's different every time.
Yeah.
But it's not that different. The safari, you could literally see animals one time, not see them the next, see new animals, see the giraffes walking right up close to you or far away. I think you can have a different experience every time you go on.
How about the lion at the end?
I mean, that's epic.
On the rock, and you're just kind of like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, it's a perfect way to end the trip.
It really is. I like your list. I think we both had really good answers. I'm sad that we couldn't talk about Epcot because I love Epcot.
To be continued. To be continued.
Obviously, it is going through some cool renovation, so it is hard to say anything about it now, even though Future World rocks, but I'm just gonna throw that in there.
We'll do its own episode about that in the future.
All right, sounds good.
But let us know what your top lands are in Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and the Magic Kingdom. And I'm wearing my heart says Polly, but my wallet says Pop t-shirt. If you want to get your t-shirt, click on the links in the description of this video. If you want to check out our podcast, that's in the description of this video as well. But we want to hear from you. What are your top lands in each one of the parks that we mentioned today? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? What are your choices?
I'm looking at Epcot Future World construction update right now, and it's really, really looking really different than what I'm used to. I don't know. Are we going to hit this park when we go to our next visit?
I don't think so.
Oh, what?
I think we may have to skip that one.
Oh, I want to see it. But I'm really excited, and I hope that I do have hope or high expectations that it's going to be great.
That's a mistake.
I think this, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's end it.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.